Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fairuza Marisa binti Bazlan. I'm from KB 82435A. My metric number is 2018663944. Well, today I'm going to talk about a clean pay structure advocate in Malaysia, which is the matter of reinstating the hotel employee wage system between National Union of Hotel, Bar and Restaurant Workers Peninsula Malaysia and Bayview Hotel Sendirian Berhad, which is Bayview Hotel Langkawi. So, do you guys know what industrial relation is? Actually, industrial relation came into existence with the advent of the Industrial Revolution as an important tool to understand the complex relation between employers and employees. Okay, so there are many different ways to look at industrial relation, as there are the perspective of workers, employers, government, and the perspective of society. If you are a worker, you would obviously associate industrial relation with better wages, safety at the workplace, job security, and training at the workplace. On the other hand, industrial relation for an employer are all about the productivity. So, for your information, in this case study, service charge is a procedure peculiar to the hotel industry in which the charge given to the customer are levied. The sum received is then assigned to the workers of the hotel in compliance with the service charge point transferred to each employee, except for 10% maintained by the hotel to pay the administrative costs incurred in managing the service charge point, the collection and delivery of charge for the service. Therefore, along with implementation of minimum wage regulation, including the 2012 Minimum Wages Order (MWO), rendered according to the 2011 National Wages Consultative Council Act, the requirement for service charge to mitigate the effects of low salary will no further be essential. Also, the corresponding guidance for the enforcement of the Minimum Wages Order 2012 guideline encourage workers in the hotel industry to provide as part of the basic salary some or component of the service charge for procurement. So, what can be related to these subjects regarding this case study? In Chapter 1, we learn about what is industrial relation. Industrial relation in this case study is between the National Union of Hotel, Bar and Restaurant Workers Peninsula Malaysia and Bayview Hotel Sendirian Berhad, which is the National Union of Hotel, Bar and Restaurant Workers Peninsula Malaysia is the trade union and the Bayview Hotel Sendirian Berhad is the employer. So, the industrial relation in Malaysia is regulated by the Industrial Relation Act 1967, where it seeks to balance the relationship between employers and workers or employee, and to discourage the labor dispute that could break out of regulation. This subject also mentioned that collective bargaining between employee association and the employee to reach a peace settlement is one of the essential topics behind workplace relations. The National Union of Hotel, Bar and Restaurant Workers Peninsula Malaysia reached the court to settle the trade dispute in order to seek balance in industrial relations. Their mission is to achieve and sustain equal and acceptable standard of compensation. Addressing the issue, which the National Union of Hotel, Bar and Restaurant Workers Peninsula Malaysia has requested for an order of non-compliance request has approved by the court. So, the following decision was therefore made by the court, which firstly, workers paid less than 900 from 1 October 2013 to 31 October 2015, they have to pay the minimum salary of 900 per monthly with their own resources without access to utility fees. Next is the hotels also need to pay back all the operation fees attached to the minimum wage of the workers within that month from the date of the award from 1 October 2013 until 31 October 2015. And the industrial court also refused to ignore the hotel testimony or request that despite such integration, the affected workers would not be financially severe off. On the other hand, the hotel would be economically damaged.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Nabila Huda binti Iman. I am from KBA 24358 and my number entry is 2018238344. Before I start my presentation, I would like to thank to Miss Siti Hajar because helped me to finish this assignment. Okay, now I will start my presentation and I will talk about the main point of this case. Basically, this case is about Industrial Court of Malaysia, case number 1/1-916/17 between National Union of Hotel, Bar and Restaurant Workers, Peninsula Malaysia and Bayview Hotel Sandal Berhad, Bayview Hotel Langkawi. Okay, the complaint about this case is about the complaint of non-compliance filed in Form S version 2, Rule 66, Substitute 1, Industrial Relations Act 1967 and Rule 24(8), Substitute 1 of the Industrial Code Rules 1967 in respect of the 5 collective agreement. And the date of this complaint is on 11 September 2013. And the period of this complaint is from 1 November 2012 until 31 October 2015. And the date of hearing on 6 February 2018, representative from the Union and Council from Merz, Jesse and Associates for the hotel made their oral submission before this court based on their written submission and bundle of authority filed on the date. Okay, next I will talk about the union's case. The union contends that minimum wages means basic wages in the National Wages Consultative Council Act 2011, Substitute Act 732, and further contends that the hotel has breached Article 2B and Article 12B on the service charge of the collective agreement, which is payable to the employees based on the number of years of service and the minimum wages order 2012. Furthermore, the union states that the minimum wages order 2012 come to effect on 1 January 2013 with the implementation of the minimum wages of RM900 a month in Peninsula Malaysia, whereas the minimum wages order 2012 come to effect on 1 October 2013. The minimum wages order 2012 was gazetted pursuant to Section 23 of the National Wages Consultative Council Act 2011, Substitute Act 732, the implementation of the minimum wages of 900 ringgit for the hotel commenced on 1 October 2013. The union praised that the court will order hotel to first, comply with the term of the collective agreement. Second, comply the minimum wages order 2012. Third, pay the minimum wages of 900 a month with own funds without the resources to service charge to employees earning less than 900 ringgit from 1 October 2013 to 31 October 2015. And fourth, refund all the service charge which have been added into the basic wages of the employees from 1 October 2013 to 31 October 2015 within a month from date of award. And the last one is forward the list of name of employee and the refunded service charge as from 1 October 2015 to 31 October 2015 to the union within 1 month from date award. The union stated that there was no negotiation between the hotel and the union on the minimum wages. On 1 October 2013, the hotel unilaterally converted all of the employees' service charge into the minimum wages of 900 ringgit without any variation being done with the union, thereby committing the breach in Article 2B of the said collective agreement. The hotel is obligated to pay the minimum wages of 900 ringgit without recourse to service charge as from 1 October 2012. This is because on the date 19 December 2012, the letter complied with the minimum wages order 2012 was signed by Hajah Mariam binti Haji Murad, Human Resources Manager, who seeking endorsement from the Union House Committee for the implementation of the clean wages system by converting the service charge as part of wages, and this will determine the minimum wages of 900 ringgit. Having converted all the service charge as part of wages, the hotel will refrain from the charging their guests the 19 services, thereby adopting a net pricing. But that letter was objected on date 31 December 2012, who was signed by Nazir bin Muhammad, Langkawi Branch Secretary, and he replied, "We object to your intent to restructure your rank and file basic wages to be paid by converting part of the service charge. We are following the act that minimum wages is basic wages of 900 ringgit excluding service charge or other allowances. As such, any basic wages below RM 900 ringgit should be topped up from your own funds. We also reject the proposal by management on clean wages as it is unfavorable to the employees. We have collect agreement to follow." The hotel claims that the union, despite being aware of the minimum wages as reflected in the letter date 31 December 2012, had made the said proposal wherein the basic salary was between RM 400 ringgit to RM 800 ringgit as reflected in Article 10 Clause D of the said collective agreement. Both parties signed the 5 collective agreement on 11 September 2013. For the period from the November 2012 to 31 October 2015. Last but not least is about the decision court. The union's contention is undisputed that the hotel is still implementing the 10 service charge and the clean wages has been abandoned. The hotel has refunded to the employees the short payment of the minimum wages from 1 November 2015 to 30 June 2016 but has failed to refund the service charge for the period 1 October 2013 to 31 October 2015. The court is unanimous in finding that the hotel had on October 2013 unilaterally converted all of the employees' service charge into the minimum wages RM 900 ringgit without any variation being done with the union, thereby in breach of Article 2B, Article 3B, and Article 12 of the said collective agreement. By operation of Section 70, Substitute 1 of the Industrial Relations Act 1967, it is clear that the Article 2B, Article 3B, and Article 12B, which part of the term in the 5 collective agreement was given cognizance by the industry court, is binding on both the union and the hotel. This is further fortified by reference to Section 70, Substitute 2 of the Act, which clearly provides that the term of the collective agreement become implied term between the two parties. So, this is the court of unanimous view that the union has established satisfactorily the existence of a breach and non-observance of a term of the collective agreement in Article 2B, Article 3B, and Article 12, and therefore finds that there was no compliance of the said term of the collective agreement. So, the decision of court as follows: the hotel must pay the minimum wages of 900 ringgit a month, which with its own funds without the recourse to service charge to employees earning less than 900 ringgit as from 1 October 2013 to 31 October 2015. Second, refund all the service charge which have been added into basic wages of the employees from 1 October 2013 to 31 October 2015 within 1 month from date of award. Third, forward the list of the name of employees and the refunded service charge from 1 October 2015 till 31 October 2015 to the union in 1 month from date of award. That's all from me about the main point of this case.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Zaimah binti Azmi. My metric number is 2018-207-816. I will continue the presentation with the main content first, which is I will explain on section or statutory laws or articles that relate with this case.
Okay, as you can see, the first section is section 56 clause 1 of the Industrial Relations Act 1967. This section is explained on the complaint can be made to the court in written form if there is any matter regarding to the collective agreement. Next is section 34A clause 1 of the Industrial Court Rules. Next is section 70 clause 1 and section 70 clause 2, section 14 clause 3 Industrial Relations Act, and section 23 of the National Wages Consultative Council Act 2011. And next, section 2 of the National Wages Consultative Council Act 2011. And next is article 2B, effective date and duration. It means during the period of this agreement, either the hotel or the union must add any of term and conditions in any way by operation of law. In the event both parties agrees to vary any of the term of this agreement. And last is article 12B. It's explained on the service charge. The hotel must be equipped to the union head office not later than the 14th working days of the following month. A copy of the monthly statement of account of the service charge include the Grand Hotel service charge, the number of service charge point of the employees, the total number of service charge point increase or decrease, the value of service charge per point, and last, the name, designation, department, date of employment, and individual service charge together with the individual value.
Okay, next part is recommendation. According to the minimum wage order section 2 at 72, minimum wage means a basic salary that does not include benefits, bonuses, or any extra payments provided to workers. The effective date set by the government is on the 1st February 2020. As explained by Marisa and Nabila just now, the introduction of service charge was to buffer the low basic salary received by the hotel employees. It became part of the wages received by the hotel employees. In short, the employees in the hotel industry will receive the salary in two parts, which is the basic wages and the service charge. The majority of hotels here have used the service charge to meet their employees' minimum wage, and this is why they are up in arms over plans to completely abolish the charge. By upscaling of the minimum wage, rate should be made by step and deferred by industry. Raising the minimum wage drastically will cause the employers to lay off their workers and increase unemployment. Not every worker in the industry has a high basic pay because most of them are depending on the tips, commission, and service charges, especially when in the service businesses. A radical increase in pay will affect the employees to find sources to pay the workers considering the minimum wages orders set by the government.
Go to the last part of this presentation, the conclusion of this case. From this case, the unions cannot sue the hotel about the statement they provided in collective agreement because the union and hotel have agreed on term and condition in collective agreement about the basic salary was between Rm400 ringgit and to Rm800 ringgit as reflected in Article 10, Clause D of the said collective agreement. Both parties signed the 5 collective agreement on 11 September 2013 for the period from 1 November 2012 until 31 October 2015. So that's why the court ordered to pay back less than Rm900 ringgit. The service charge can include in the minimum wages if there is a negotiation between employees and employers. That's all from us. Thank you.